Welcome to this tutorial. I will be explaining how to use the average and the average if function. The average just gives or sum all the values and divide it by the number of items. If we want, for example, to look for the average of the annual purchases, uh, and I wish to do that in cell B23, I'll go in cell B23 and take equal to average. So the average returns the average arithmetic mean of its argument, which can be numbered or named array or different that contain numbers. So I'll choose this open bracket, then I'll just select from the first annual purchase to the last annual purchase, and I take enter. So what it has done is that it has summed all these annual purchases and divided by the number of items. This is pretty easy. What of this average if function? The average if function permits us to make average with condition. Say we want to make average of employees or customers who have an education level, being university or high school or known. How do we get those averages? Are we going to do that manually or one by one? We can use the average if function, just like we saw in the previous video how to use the sum if function. We are going to use the average if function to look for the average based on a particular criteria. So I want to make the average annual purchase for education level being university. Well, these are customers, gender, city, education level. We want to look for the average annual purchase of customers with or taking into consideration their educational level. So I'll put equal to, I put average, and I select average if. The first argument, they will ask for the range. The range is actually in which range of cells do I want to take my condition or uh, look for the criteria. So I'm talking about the education level. So I'm taking this into consideration to do or to calculate the average. So after that, Excel will ask me to put semicolon. They will ask for the criteria. In this range, what do I want to, or based on which element do I want to make the average? It is based on university. So in this range of cells, it should look for university. So when it looks for university, what values should it take into consideration to do the average? I will now select the annual purchases. So this is the average range. So when I'm done, I close bracket and I take enter. You will see it is going to make the average uniquely for university or for the education level being university. So for me to drag this down, I'll have to make the range and the criteria range to be absolute for it not to go down as we are dragging the formula down. So I'll use F4, 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 F4. I take enter, then I drag this down. It's going to calculate the average for each of them. So you see, this is how simple it is to get the average based on some particular criteria. Get to you in the next video, and we will see how to use some other important functions in MS Excel.